And now, a little bit more.
Yeah. Hey,
Huzzah.
huzzah.
We all changed. We all changed our
Yeah.
clothes.
How dare you? I was wearing this the whole time.
I've
didn't
been
notice.
here the whole time.
I've been here the whole time.
We're here to do Hirac Delest for the last episode. Chapter 5, if you didn't know. If you did know.
I didn't.
Well, Alex, you didn't know. Now you know.
You're ahead of the game.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You're
like-
here for me in
Yeah.
all scenarios.
Yeah,
If you're listening to this and you haven't,
in real time.
in real time, then please get out of my room.
Get out of Cory's house.
You're terrifying me.
Leave your room. I refuse.
Well, you can stay in my room, I guess. I guess my bed is big enough for both of us. I guess just don't be weird.
Sleep
All
on the floor. I don't give a shit.
right.
Cool.
I'll clean the floor up so you don't have to sleep on pizza boxes.
No, I need that.
That's you nest in it. Okay. Yeah, if you're watching this and or listening to it and you are not on our Discord, please join it because the last couple of episodes we have not fought anything and Daddy needs experience points.
Yeah. Our stream goal is to get 2 people to follow on Discord.
Join the Discord. 2 people to join the Discord.
Oh yeah, to join the Discord, not follow it. You can follow it.
But you could also follow us.
You could
Do what you
Any of
want.
that's fine.
at night, but we won't like that.
Yeah, well...
I will.
Please don't do
I'm
these
lonely.
things. We're
Yeah.
people. You're not lonely. You have a wife and child.
I feel like you could still be lonely with it. Why are we saying this?
Hey, if you follow me...
That makes it seem way darker, though, than it is.
If you follow me at night, it depends on what your intentions are. If it's to kill me...
Wink. That was an audible wink from Austin. Good lord. What happened this last episode? Anyone remember? I don't.
yeah.
Some stuff. Alex...
punched an
remember.
alien in the face.
You hit him right in his shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Grant made a lot of excellent choices.
I think that was a pretty good choice of his.
That's what happened.
We have...
The best part of that was when you looked up, it was right at Cory on my screen. So you're like, Grant made a lot of excellent choices.
I didn't mean for that to happen, but
But it's
I stand
perfect.
by it.
I think it's like that on the screen, too.
He's like that on mine, too, so yeah.
That motherfucking alien pisses me off.
Oh, it sounds like you want to talk about this a little bit, Cory.
I know, it's fine. Cory, it doesn't. Let me be clear. It does not piss Cory off at all.
No, yeah.
I love Axe. Max, as we've been calling him, but I'll still call him Axe if I want to because that's how I fucking knew him.
Right.
We're just, in alt universe here, but Grant's not a fan. Grant's not a fan, and he's stepping. He's showing disrespect for people who saved his life, and Grant got sick of it and punched him in the fucking mouth. That's what happened. Was it a good choice? Moving on. What did you guys like in the episode?
I like that I convinced him to come back.
Yeah,
That was my
I like
favorite
that
part.
too. I appreciated that.
Yeah.
It was actually probably my favorite Zach moment I've ever had so far in the show was that conversation you had with him.
I'm really glad I'm getting to finally do some of the no, he really is competent, I promise, character arc.
Mm-hmm.
Because so far it's just been a lot of like setup for failure.
Right.
So
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things where whether you end up there or not, blah blah blah, we don't fucking know. Shit happens.
yeah,
But
I think we've well established that like we don't know, and I am not married to the idea of Zach
Right.
being the leader. Yeah,
But that is currently what he is trying to do, at least.
that's the current
and,
arc, at least.
That was a moment where it was really palpable and I could feel it, especially with what Grant did. What is easy to condemn, and even while condemning it, the refusal to leave him out of the loop. To be like, yeah, he fucked up. His punishment is that he doesn't get to be part of this conversation. Everyone was like, no, we're not doing that, and Zach refused to give on that point. And presented.
Yeah,
points
That's
for
not
why
fair
that's
at all.
not. Yeah, and it's just it was a really good moment of especially the you need to get your soldiers in line and you being like, or Zach being like, they're not my soldiers and we're not soldiers. They're not mine to do
Right.
that with. It was very good. And I like that a lot. And it sucks because Cory loved it and Grant still thinks you suck shit and he has no context for what you just did there.
Yeah, that's fine. My my / Zach's take has been basically that like if he gets any cred as a leader, it's gonna be like he's gonna tell Cameron and Savannah and maybe Max if he's there like what the plan is, and he's gonna go and you go do whatever the fuck you want apparently, and then we're gonna go do this because he's kind of on the same page. I think that like, all right, Grant's doing his shit and Zach's kind of over it right now, but we'll come back.
Maybe we'll have a come to Jesus about that. I don't know.
Who knows?
Maybe that's just the tactic that Zach will use. Who knows how that'll work on Grant? Like,
right.
He's giving.
I don't think Zach knows.
Yeah.
I think Zach's just frustrated. Anyways, that was another fun episode. I mean, let's be honest. I have several days of me not remembering shit in between.
Yeah.
Exactly. From now and when we played. And I am terrible at remembering anything we ever did, apparently. I have Alex syndrome, where it is recorded, and now I can delete it forever from my memory.
It's a podcast brain.
Yeah, podcast brain.
We need to get transcripts and just make Nate read them the day before we do anything else.
I should just listen to the episodes again, but I'm like, when I don't...
do it now when there's like, we have like 14, 15 episodes or whatever on the book. Don't wait until you have 147 episodes and then somebody comes to you and says, hey, remember when you said Flutter McPigeon? Fucking
no.
Yeah.
Flutter McPigeon, by the way, is my favorite thing that's happened on this show so far. That was fantastic. So back to the I definitely stole like Iron Man's line from some Avengers movie. I think Captain America was like, these are soldiers or some shit, and he was like, they're not soldiers. I fucking stole that shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right.
Credit where it's due.
It's an Iron Man.
It's Iron
Man.
Tony.
The man.
Well,
to Iron
John
Man,
Favreau.
Iron Man doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah.
He gets just enough, I think.
He made the
He
big
gets the appropriate amount.
He gone. Oh, spoilers?
Spoilers for Endgame that came out, what, in 2021?
I've never.
2020?
I think.
A lot of people died.
How could you? How could you, Austin?
Sorry,
I was
Alex.
going to watch
Shit.
that. We were supposed to watch that.
Well, fuck.
We should have Marvel watch parties in the AA. I'm down. I got Disney Plus. Let's do this.
Let's fucking.
Anyway, join our Discord and watch Marvel with us. Woo!
Yeah, there you go.
Any other favorite moments? Alex got one.
It was mostly just talking.
Yeah,
a lot of talking.
A lot of role
Hey,
play.
tell you a least favorite moment that happened. Fucking serious convos. I hate having serious in-character conversations because they bum me out in real life, and it bums me out even more to be a bummed kid.
Yeah.
You're in the wrong podcast.
Oh, I know. No, I'm in the right podcast. Because I think it's appropriate to be very uncomfortable in those situations. So,
You remember that?
real emotions will add to the character's believability.
Remember when I had to apologize to our himbo for spying on him while he was naked? That was fun.
Yeah.
That was a cool conversation I had. Kind of got overshadowed by a lot of other shit later, but...
Our good himbo.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a really good Zach moment. Like, the moments that I think Grant is starting to, like, pick on and be a bitch about are things like mid-combat things of things not going well. And, whether this is fair or not, thinking that if he had listened to what Zach had said, he might have died. And he's like, nah.
On what occasion?
Well, the most recent one was when we were underwater.
Oh, yeah.
You told us to stand and fight.
That fucking door thing. I didn't understand the door thing.
Right.
Man.
Yeah. And that, these things, they happen, but in character, what that translates as is Grant being like, you've made a lot of shit calls lately. But yeah, I don't know what is going to happen, or, but I do think Grant's going to be a little bit like, ugh. I am interested to see how we've got like 2 missions that are kind of coming up that we can do. And I'm interested to see where that goes.
Are you by that? Do you mean like storylines from the book series, or?
Well, I mean, they are kind of. I mean, yes, they are influenced by those, but obviously we're wildly out of order here. I'm talking about we've got Chart and Bart have laid out for us.
Chart and Brad.
No, it's Chart and Bart.
Chart and Bart.
Yeah, Chart and Brad. Yeah, Chart and Brad.
God, I can hear the Canadian accent on that one when you said Chart and Bart.
Chart and Bart.
What fun?
Yeah, Chart and Brad. Brad and Chart have
Chart and Bart.
Told us about activities they've been seeing at Chapman's house, and the surveillance thing there. And then Max has asked us to help him signal boost to be able to talk to his family. One of these we have more going on to work with.
Yeah,
but they are 2 separate directions we could go, and I'm interested.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see if they dovetail, though, because it depends.
I mean, exactly.
Earmuffs. It depends on how much the original. Yeah, that's right. Earmuff the GM, so he can't hear us.
I like that he just put his hands. over
the I love that. That's my favorite bit. Is like taking the headset and pushing it in more so you can hear.
Extra.
Yeah, I mean. Maybe there we'll find something that like helps us boost the signal. Who knows?
Well, it might be that Aximili gets like the jump on where one is located or something, and we find out like, hey, wait, we also wanted to go to that house anyways. So
right.
Mm-hmm.
So the other thing that we have that Max gave us some intel on is like now we know the Kandrona kind of is a target specifically, and what it looks like and all that.
That's true. We do know that it is
back to the river.
We know that it is an actual device that is creating something. We don't. Yeah. We have no idea.
I think he literally. Well, we know there's one in the Yurk pool. Well, the Yurk.
No, we don't. We know there's. No, there's. We didn't see a Kandrona. We just know that there was a Kandrona river, right?
Wasn't there a device sitting on a ledge?
There was. I think that I told you all out of game that was a Kandrona, but.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we wouldn't have known in game, but there was one there, and then we know.
I'm also going to posit that we have invaded that Yurk River already, and while we barely got away with our lives, I doubt it's still there. Even if we knew in character that's what that was. Because
that base there, it would still be there.
I mean, in the original series, the Kandrona was hidden in a fucking building somewhere.
The EGS tower, but that was the Kandrona to put like the massive thing out to like a broader group. Like when you're talking about the Yurk pool itself, they still had Kandrona at the Yurk pool. The eggs tower.
The
eggs tower.
If I remember, I am arguing with Alex on Animorphs knowledge now, which is dangerous. But if I remember correctly, the EGS tower Kandrona was what was making the Yurk pool function. They were having to travel up and forth back to the pool ship once they got that broken.
That was going to be the boost, right? So that was what was going to turn like all sorts of different water sources into it. So they were traveling back to the pool ship because there wasn't enough to support them in the Yurk pool, but they still had Kandrona in the Yurk pool.
Got it. Okay, that's what I misunderstood. Cool.
Oh, you didn't misunderstood. It's a million books ago. That was like a billion books ago.
Yeah. And they have portable Kandronas, so like, which you guys
those
saw
at the
those
are limited. But
Yeah, the
a little bird
campsite.
bath and shit.
oh, I fucking hate
Anyway.
that thing.
We could begin trying to investigate how to find one of those and fuck it up. I mean, Max, I do believe, straight up said, like, if you destroy one of those, you'll deal a great blow.
Yeah.
So
That's almost
That's
word
true.
for word, probably.
my memory is incredible, Austin. You have to understand. I got one of those pterodactyl memories.
There's also, so when you said pterodactyl memories?
Yeah, it's pterodactic, actually.
Oh.
No, it's pterodactyl.
No, it's Zerodactic.
Zygodactyl is the word that
Zygodactyl.
Austin is searching for.
It's a
We're all
polydactyl.
over. We just went around, we used every letter in the beginning of the same word. What am I talking about? Hey, look.
The joke is that
Dexter.
the word is eidetic. I'm sorry. Thank you. I have to tell the joke. Bye. Goodbye.
Listen, jokes aren't funny unless you explain them.
Yeah.
I have learned
It's
this.
one of my brands of humor, so yes. Please proceed.
Another potential mission that Brad and Chart.
Yeah.
We're never going to say their names right again. Like, we're going to keep doing this, and we're just going to fuck it up in game.
I had to literally think, what are their names? And I still said it wrong.
I felt you die a little when that happened. Because you've been keeping it straight, and you just went Brad and Chart. Fuck.
But they also said something like the guy. You might have mentioned this, Cory. The guy meeting Chapman, and they have that.
Yep.
That
the
other something
forestry
you could do.
or construction guy.
Yeah.
Sorry. I assigned forestry because of book, but it was construction.
Oh, yeah, I forgot the construction
You know,
thing.
gaps in lumber.
I latched onto Chapman, though. I'm also interested with the Chapman thing, and, we'll obviously kind of figure this out in planning if we do it. So, I'm not going to go too much into it, but, like, when they went to Chapman's house in the book, they didn't have an Andalite with them, and none of them had a Chapman morph either.
Also, there wasn't a bird.
There was not a bird.
I'm going to make sure that they know that Zach is real good at taking care of birds, so that if they need to leave town, it's a long game I'm playing.
The long con.
Yeah.
It's
a long
Nobody expects it.
something.
That you can take care of birds is true. Nobody expects it.
Nobody expects you to be able to take care of birds.
I guarantee you, nobody expects me to be able to take care of birds.
You could probably do it.
The only two birds I can take care of are right here. Hey!
Hey, you guys want to do some questions, or you want to talk about
I would
that
love
some
to.
more?
Yes, please.
All right. So, the first one, Songheart's been waiting for us because we had to cut our last ones off. We're gonna get through all of them this time. Her first question is, what is each character's favorite pet? And it's a two-part question. Follow-up is, why is it possum?
All right. Yeah, I'll go first. It's Mo. It's Mohawk.
Yeah,
the cockatoo.
That's the thing is that Songheart asked this, and I don't think she was fully caught up on everything when she asked it because
Mo appears in the first episode.
Yeah, but that's true. But she joined in like I don't know how.
Mo doesn't accompany us on adventures. I understand.
It's Daxter. Obviously,
yeah. Who's your favorite pet and why is it possum? It's not.
It's not.
Of all,
it's my pet. I love the fuck out of possum.
Yeah,
but Daxter is because Austin is a madman and gave in to my silly request. Daxter is my literal in real life cat.
Mohawk is the bird I wish I owned.
Alex, what's yours?
Possum.
Why?
What about Savannah's?
It's possum.
Wow.
It's possum all the way down.
Why?
It's just
It's
always
possum.
Why
It's possum.
Possum is my fourth favorite pet. Does kombucha count as a pet?
No.
No.
Okay, then he's the third favorite.
Wait, so it's Mo?
Daxter.
Daxter? You're putting Daxter above possum?
Damn it.
Honestly, only to cause you pain. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Why would you do that to
Wow.
Now it causes me pain because you're using my cat.
Because you can't for Ilgane.
Yeah.
All right, they're tied for
deserve
second.
that.
Obviously, the answer for why Possum is the best is because he's a very, very good boy and he helps out a lot. And like, I listen for anybody who hasn't listened to the Megamorph series yet, just take your headphones out for like 30 fucking seconds right about now. Which, why would you listen to this Hirac? It doesn't matter. The point being, good. I don't want Austin to hear any of this. Possum's the fucking best, and he has 100,000,000 experience points. And Possum is winning the war in an alternate universe all by himself. So
He has more
can
experience
fly.
points than that.
he can fly and shoot lasers.
Yep. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
So Cameron's favorite pet is Possum. Why is it Possum? Because he spent the most time with him.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's even met Dexter or Mo.
Probably.
So
Like, he might have off camera, but I don't think
He's-
on camera.
seen
He hasn't
Mo,
been to my
like he's
house.
seen the morph of Mo because of, in the woods, but he's never met Mo.
Future Cameron has seen Mo through the door, maybe. No, because Grant is the one who went up there and broke your treehouse. Got all your anal beads porn. That was a wild thing that we
It's the
did.
worst thing I've ever done to
Yep.
Nate.
No, it's fine.
If that's the worst thing you've ever done to Nate, that's pretty good.
It's one of my favorite running bits to point out when someone says something that's too fucking outdated because we're all old. And that one where Austin was like, he's got a Girls Gone Wild, and I was like, this is ancient. And Austin was like,
Yeah.
fuck.
This is a vintage collection, is what this is.
Alright, this next question is for everyone. Have there been parts of the storyline that have made it extremely hard to stay in character, / have you broken character? Have you broken character?
Like all the time.
Yeah, like constantly. I mean, like
No.
not in the game. Yeah, fuck off, Cory.
No, I'm
Solid.
I get into character. That sounds so fucking braggy, but no, I'm pretty good at it. It's a skill you develop, and it's easier for some people than others. But yeah, no,
Oh my god, so fucking narcissistic.
yeah, right, all right.
It's like a circle of mockery.
Yeah,
Like a column of mockery.
The part God damn it. The part that I was most proud of for not breaking was the whole fucking we need to break up dolphin thing.
Yeah,
Grant
that was pretty
immediately
good.
launched into that shit, and I was dying inside.
that was probably the closest I've ever come to breaking character because I had to sit for a second and be like, is this the level of snark Grant would go for, or does Cory want to say this? And I think it was right on the edge of something that Grant would mock Savannah for. It still worked, but Cory wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Where I have the most trouble is staying consistently in character instead of like dropping out of character to make a joke, because I do that all the time. But I think keep them pretty separate.
Do you want to?
Except for
Do you want to workshop a voice while we're here?
I've been trying to do one.
Okay,
I've been doing it's just a little bit higher pitched. It's not much.
Okay, I haven't noticed it. I think that's the biggest thing with you is like because you do the same voice or it's too close. It's when you go to do a joke outside of it, like it starts to bleed through a lot.
I just can't do like young voice very well. Almost all my voice shit is just to go deeper, and to have Zach sound like Kronk is not gonna fucking work.
Yeah, I mean, I still think you should go somewhere in the Keanu range. I think that would be great.
Dude.
Yeah, I go back and listen. I know I've been leaning on it a little more, but I definitely back to the breaking character thing. Calling Rena, what did I call? I said her twat smelled like hot pockets.
Hot Pockets.
Not some shit Zach would normally say. And it just sort of popped off the dome.
The Hot Pocket twat.
It just popped off the dome, and I was like,
Twat
fuck
pocket.
it.
Did somebody
Hot
make
Pocket.
that joke? I'm sure they did.
Probably.
That's good. Um, yeah, well, I'll just say this. A lot of the times when we do break characters because something funny happened. And there was one time, I don't know if I was even involved in the scene. I think it was Grant and Savannah were talking. Somebody said Home Alone. And I did this. And Alex, I think Cory, I think all three of them went. But
fucking lost me. Yeah. Lost it. It was hilarious.
So that's it. That's like a funny time when we break character.
Yeah.
I think that's usually when we break characters, just for the goofs.
Yeah, if I'm breaking character, quote unquote, it's usually a meta joke about how old something is. Like, that's ancient, or like, what was that conversation with Cameron when we were talking about like Digimon or Power Rangers or some shit? We just were going on that for a while.
Zach even said something like, that was. My dad watched that or something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. My dad's into that shit. Yeah. I don't remember what it was, but same thing, yeah. I feel like I should workshop a voice now. Let's get through the questions. We'll do it at the end.
All right.
Up to you. I know that
I'm down. I just
we talked about.
Now I'm like, shit, I thought I was doing one and nobody noticed, so that's not good. It means it's not distinct enough.
It
is a learning curve. And that's the other thing is, like, you know, as we're talking about this and, you know, with my very narcissistic showboaty answer here, like, fucking go listen to some of the other stuff that we've done, like some side stuff. Like, Nate does incredible voices. It's that Zach is so close to Nate that
this is the problem.
Yeah.
I'm a cartoon voice actor. I'm not, well, I say voice actor. I don't have credits or anything. But
right.
Cartoony shit is my...
You have used your voice to act, so maybe not professional, but you are what you are.
Chapman was literally just my voice.
What if
because Julie didn't want me to do anything else.
What if Zach just came in with like a VAR voice one day?
Hey, what the shit? I couldn't play if VAR was voice was in GD. It fucking
that voice can't be
much.
It's fine. We'll come back to it.
All right. The next question is in Book 1, Chapter 6. Why was none of you creeped out or scared by the dead guy? So, this is the skeleton that was on Oscar Chaplin's porch.
Oscar Chaplin, the skeleton.
Yeah. Well, that's maybe not.
No, he was a free man, though.
Context.
Austin is not confirming anything. Honestly, I forgot to. I'm a desensitized millennial, so I don't fucking think about fictional dead bodies being scary.
There's certainly no limit to that.
Yeah. A real life 16-year-old, especially a pretty coddled one like Zach is, would have freaked the fuck out.
My thing is that
at least to a point.
Well, my thing is that we had just gone through a significant moment of trauma and distrust and all this shit blowing up between each other, and like been given a thing to horribly disfigure our bodies into different animals to then fucking do stuff, and watched this alien who gave us this power and exposed a horrible world to us get devoured by this horror terror. Skeleton Bone Man didn't really register anymore.
Right. Or you could look at it like, on top of all that, a fucking skeleton out of nowhere.
That's true.
Sorry.
Alex. No, go Nate. Go. Say your thing.
I was just going to repeat what I had already said. I just forgot to be freaked out about it. So please continue.
I thought about that a lot with Savannah, actually, and it's a twofold answer, because one, she works a lot with, again, like human bodies and animals are not quite the same, but she works a lot with animals, and in that, as someone who has worked in those sorts of areas, you deal with death a lot. It's the kindest last thing you can do sometimes. So she already has kind of a context for it, and already she's not freaked out by that sort of thing. The human body, probably it would take her a little bit by surprise, but she also immediately like compartmentalizes things when things like that happen. So even though she might have been freaked out, it would be her trying to override it and say like, okay, but what are our next steps and what do we do and where do we go from here? So
I would also like to point out that, like, you know, there are times where, you know, even in high school places, like sometimes people will have skeleton diagrams and sometimes those skeletons are real. And like the idea of a skeleton in Halloween and stuff is like, while it's still not real, a skeleton is nowhere near as terrifying as a half-decayed body. If we had gone in and he had flesh falling off the bone and he was a rotting corpse, I would have screamed.
Did he? Well, do I ask this question?
Do it.
His body didn't fall apart when we moved him. He probably still had like dried out tendons and things conjoining them. It's not like he disintegrated when we started to cut the suit off of him. So,
well, Austin didn't describe it, so
I didn't want Cory to scream.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
I made some assumptions based on the movement of it.
I'm sorry.
When we started articulating it, which would have been different if it was completely skeletal remains.
Dexter's little
his body was changed. Who knows?
When I did that, Dexter's little head popped up and went, "What the fuck is happening?"
So what, Austin? Did he have tiny little screws holding it together?
Screws, like Helmicron-sized screws. For Cameron, he's seen death before, but we'll just go on to the next question.
Wow.
Favorite moment so far, also least favorite moment so far.
My least favorite moment was floating young Andalites.
Oh, shit.
That made me real sad.
That's a good least favorite moment.
My favorite moment, and this is... okay, this is not a shitting on somebody sort of thing. I loved the reveal of Visser 2. The rest of that moment was not great, for obvious reasons, but a giant Hork-Bajir with like cybernetics or whatever is incredible, and I like from an original character villain perspective, I'm extremely happy to have that in the story as an outsider. As a player, shit. But that's, I'm gonna call that a favor just because it's really rad, and I was genuinely surprised by it, which is usually there's some element of like, okay, expectation, or like, okay, that's familiar, some familiarity or something. This was a totally new thing for me. So
yeah, that blindsided me too.
Right.
My least favorite moment was Reese blowing up our spot to Chart and Brad. That still lives in infamy as my least favorite. It is unfortunate. It has created some cool things in universe that we've been able to play with. But I did not like that decision. My favorite moment is very selfish, because Austin did a very cool thing and brought me behind the curtain with him. And my favorite moment was after my plan that I had crafted and gotten approved by Austin came to fruition, and I revealed to Reese and Zach that I was Sinister, was my favorite moment.
That also blindsided me.
When I went, "You stupid motherfuckers," and I gassed them, that was my favorite.
That's good.
Yep.
Alex?
This is just a really difficult question for me because there's so many good moments. Least favorite moments, agreed that it's revealing us to Chart and Bart. But personal, like non-story wise, take everything out of it. Least favorite moment was fucking Austin's creeper voice in Megamorphs when oh my god, that freaked me the fuck out when I was listening to that for the first time. I hated it so much. It was the worst. So
hey there, cutie.
Like it was so, like, I swear to God, like Austin, if that was the first thing you said to me when like we saw each other in person, I would have straight up punched you. Like,
Alex was very upset that Reese and Zach got in the van after that.
Oh my god. You guys, you're gonna get murdered and kidnapped. That's just all there is to it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
You did.
I was like, Zepton, shut the fuck up. You're blowing up our spot, because he was being a weirdo. But Zepton was not a stable individual.
But favorite moments. Favorite is much harder because there's so many. Like there's tons of them. But I think I have like a favorite kind of like quick arc. And that was again in Megamorphs. Like I just think that it was a cool arc for Savannah to get to kind of start to do a few things or like start to branch out in certain ways, but ending with getting Awesome Possum and like that whole moment where Possum was like, you forced her to acquire him first of all, and then got to come out for like the final battle when we thought that we had lost Possum. That was
it is very cool that basically everyone, did Zach do it? I don't remember, got Possum except for Savannah, and then Savannah got enhanced Possum, which is very cool.
And that's because Savannah, I don't even know if we said this, if this was just something that I talked about with Austin or if we ever said this like on the show anywhere, but Savannah never wanted to acquire Possum. Like
nope.
She didn't think that was the right, like it didn't feel right, so she didn't want to do it.
I think me and you have talked about this too before, Alex. I'll say it now. I don't think I said it in the Megamorphs Hirac Delest or whatever, but I like thinking about that. It's kind of like Savannah was gone and couldn't protect Possum in their world, so Possum had to get stronger. And in this world, she meets Savannah early in the game, and Possum is already strong, and he comes to this time and gives Savannah a way to protect herself because he can't in this universe. So like, that's just kind of cool, I think, too. Like another little play with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice balance, yeah.
My least favorite moment, not because of I don't think it's good for the story, just because Q had stuff going on and he had to go. It was the Reese dying. I say that not because it's just because like it hurts, like the same way Rachel. It hurts that Rachel. Shit. I don't know if I should say that on here. It hurts the same way Iron Man died.
Right.
One of those happened 2 years ago. The other one happened 25 years ago. But you know what?
Yeah. And like that's why it's my least favorite moment. For the story, I love it because I feel like it's a way to separate from the books for one. But Alex, me and you pointed this out to me, so I'm going to give you the credit. In the books, Tobias is a soft casualty, and the juxtaposition is you have a hard casualty in this book. So it's like we're going to see what happens with that. My favorite moment is definitely the first episode. You guys all getting your powers, like, and that's nostalgia playing. Then that's
that's true.
It's like this is my baby type thing playing in the group. I just love it. That's why that's my favorite moment. Next question is from Algal, and it's to Cory.
Oh, hey.
How do you plan to make amends to Casey for certain comments towards Max / Axe?
Scorched Earth. No, I've actually, outside of that, there have been times where I've been like, Casey, I'm sorry, I'm so mean to your boy. And Casey has responded with, someone needs to put him in his place.
Yeah, that was one of the responses. Yeah.
Talking about Axe or talking about Grant?
Max.
Axe. Yeah, she's talking about Aximili.
So don't encourage him. Come on.
Nah, encourage me. There are reasons I've done these things, and that's the other thing is that I think is like, while it sucked that it had to happen and Q needed to step away, like the Reese dying thing right before, the other things that were going on, like there is that tinge of grief mixed in with meeting Max. Like,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the things that Grant dislikes about Max and that frustrate him about Max and that make him distrust Max are multiplied and elevated tenfold because they just lost someone. Because Reese just got killed in front of him. And he has very complicated feelings about that, but it is him dealing with grief, and part of that is anger. So that informs a lot about what's happening right now. But what am I going to do to make it up to Casey? I mean, hang out with her and play games, I guess.
Let's see if that'll do.
What else?
Yeah, what
Sweeten the deal. Yeah.
I'm gonna finally remember to send her some Animorph books that I got for her in her box.
You're getting closer. We're gonna need more.
We'll talk about it later.
I might send her this mic that I have. I haven't decided yet.
We're figuring it
Put
out.
$5 bill in there, maybe $10 bill, something.
Yeah.
For the free shit I'm sending my friend. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that too.
Sweeten the pot, yeah.
She asked me to put Daxter in there. That I
literally sweeten the pot. Throw some cinnamon rolls in there.
Throw some sugar.
Cinnamon rolls is the way to go.
What if you cover everything in sugar?
Yes. Then that's not great. That's not great.
If the box gets a little wet, it's just a sticky mess.
It's all fucked. Yeah.
He just opens it. She's like, "This is a box of ants."
She goes to like flip it upside down and just like.
What is this? A box for ants?
All right.
Yes.
So cover it with chocolate after the sugar, so the sugar won't get wet.
Make it worse?
Very
yeah, it's not great.
What?
Do you want the sugar to get wet?
All right.
What kind of chocolate?
Bread and fry the books, and then
fry it.
Bry the books.
Fry the books.
No, I said.
No, I know you did, but Austin tried to
okay.
but just
bry the books.
Bry the books.
Bry the book.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll get on it.
What's this? Oh, another question from Songheart. Hey, if your character had your knowledge, this is a long one. Stick with me. If your character had your knowledge of all the different alien species in all the books, Chronicles and Megamorphs included, which ones would they like to morph most if they had the opportunity? Examples include, but are not limited to, the obvious, such as Andalites and Hork-Bajir, but also Pimelites, Arn, Howlers, Maricora, Iskroot, etc.
Sorry.
Alex, go.
Easy peasy. Savannah's gonna go Lyran because she wants to fucking get all up in that business.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Yeah.
What? You guys?
No.
You want to know information?
Good answer.
You got it.
It is a good answer. I don't know why everyone's coming at me now. I'm kind of scared.
No, I wasn't.
Good answer, Alex.
Yeah, I was not coming at you at all. I was like, oh yeah, that's a good one. I wouldn't have really thought about that one. I think it's a tie between either Andalite, because Andalites are just cool, or that monstrosity that could spit fireballs that they got chased by at the beginning, just because thinking buck and breathe fire, really? Where's that? It was a horror terror, but it could breathe fire.
It could do what?
Fire.
Fire.
Can I get it one more time?
Yeah, okay, hold on. That's a fireball coming out. It's fire.
Nice. Can
I get one a little bit longer, like the tail end of the flame is?
Like it's a long distance shot.
Oh yeah.
And then it goes out, and then you have to get some air back in to cool it off. That's what.
You guys seen that behind the scenes thing where Benedict Cumberbatch is doing the voice of Smaug?
Yes.
He's on all fours.
Yeah, and he's got all the
giving those vibes
on it. Yeah.
That's how I do the voice of Savannah too.
On all fours with a mocap suit and a camera. Yeah.
Also, definitely not Howler. Howler's a terrible idea. I don't want to be part of a hive mind from the fiery eyeball in the sky that's trying to murder me.
They're children.
They're chill, bro.
So wait, my turn. I want to be a Howler. No, I was kidding. I have two answers. Kelbrid is the first one. Because I think their society was really fucking dope. But since they're doomed to extinction, Hork-Bajir, honestly, frankly. And if I get to pick, Visser 2's Hork Bajir body because it's fucking enormous. But I want to do sick ass like kickflips in trees like Tarzan.
That's fair.
And like that, like swinging back and forth on the tree thing to jump. Zach would be all on that shit.
What would happen if you morphed Visser 2? If you acquired him?
I don't know, Austin.
You'd probably.
If only you know. Why would you?
You'd probably morph his original body.
Yeah, of course. You wouldn't get the cybernetics.
Genetic disease that is slowly killing him, and why he had to become a cybernetic robot.
You'd be big and awesome.
Depending on what made him need some of those things, you could get his disability. If it's genetic.
Y'all are giving him too many fucking ideas.
I know.
There goes my cool idea for trying to get Visser 2 as a morph, because now if I get it, Austin's gonna be like, ha ha, you can't.
You don't have a leg, yeah.
Good luck, idiot.
Your deltoids are gone.
That's probably not gonna happen though, because why would the Yeerks infest a body that wasn't perfect? Austin, go.
Oh. I think. Well, I can't say howlers now because
Cory shit all over him.
Cory told me no, but I'm gonna take it.
It's a headcanon thing.
Cory
I mean,
told me no.
Don't
listen to Cory. You're free, man.
No, I'm gonna listen to Cory and steal his other answer and say probably Andalite. I think Andalite's cool.
They're cool.
They're blue.
Well, none of you are trying to win this fucking war, and it shows.
I thought this was just to do.
Why do I need a Lyran? You have a Lyran. You can do that.
Yeah.
Not always gonna be with you.
Well, then if you're gone, we're fucked. If Savannah's gone, we're fucked. Grant's gonna pull a future Grant and just go because we're done.
Well, if Savannah's gone, maybe everybody else is fucked. But we all know Cameron's good. So
it's all going according to my plan. Fuck you.
Hey, so I'm
not gonna become that. Die, you giant eyeball.
I have a couple of questions that I wrote down.
Oh, cool.
Oh no.
I go to my trusty phone. I trust you, phone.
Oh, everyone, just in case you were wondering, I need 1,494 experience.
The countdown is on.
You got it.
You got it.
Can I get those now?
Yeah, they're yours.
On credit.
Yeah, right.
How would experience credit work? What are your terms?
What are my terms?
What's the interest rate?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd have to be
420, obviously.
420.
I mean,
it'd have to be April 20th for me to even start thinking about it. So you guys got a while. We'll come back.
I got one on partial because it made sense in the story.
It don't take much. Make sense. Make it make sense, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I got penalized and didn't get the full thing until I could actually afford it, but that was... Otherwise, he tells us to go fuck ourselves and get enough to buy it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What?
I like going opposite ways of all you guys. Like, get the experience, buy the thing, then give it to Austin and be like, give this to me when I earn it, when I deserve it.
See, the things that I have bought do not fit that mold. Like, there's nothing that makes sense with that. Like, I have criminal, tough morpher, and student athlete, all of which just made sense to have at the time because of the narrative building I had done for them. So,
I don't know. I think some cool. Never mind. Moving on. Austin, you have questions.
I got some questions. So my first question is, what are you all looking forward to finding out more about from this episode? So, like, what are you looking forward to finding out about? More about.
What? Wait,
I understood.
Okay, then answer it. And then I will figure it out from your answer, what he is saying.
Okay.
I also need context clues.
Sure. For me, I'm excited to find out more about, because I've already talked about some theories I have about it, how far the Fiery Eyes influence extends towards Grant. Because there was the teaser at the end of, you're already doing exactly what I want you to do, which I think is just a mind game. Go fuck yourself. I'm already determined not to be that guy, so Grant's like, fuck you on that part. But at the end there, you specifically told me, or had him. Sorry, let me start that over. At the end there, you specifically told me that Grant felt a pain such as morphing, but being able to feel it. I am worried / excited / trepidatious / a lot of things that you're going to do that to Grant while he's awake. So I am excited / scared to see how the consequences of having his eye on me manifest. Past just bad nightmares.
I did say excited. What I meant was like, look, like, what are you looking forward to, or what, like, do you want to know more about that you guys found out about in this episode? Does it make more sense now?
Yeah, it does. I got it.
Thanks, Cory.
You're welcome. Also, fuck you. This is scary.
I was wondering if you were like wondering. The question made me wonder, like, if you were saying in the next episode, what do you?
Oh, okay.
That's where I got confused. It wasn't because never mind. It doesn't.
Who wants to go next, or do you know?
I was waiting for Alex to go.
Oh, sure. There's a lot of different avenues that I am interested in finding out more. Which specific one though do I want to talk about here? This is very difficult because like the way that like in my mind like this is structured, it's that like here's what Savannah needs to find out. Here's my task list of things that I need to find out more information about and what I need to do. So I guess what I'll say then, for my own interest's sake, is the one that Savannah doesn't want to deal with at all, which is Chart and Bert. And like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what's up with them? Why the fuck won't they listen to anything? Like, what are they doing? When are they going to get taken because they've flown their drone too fucking close to a controller and they're very easily caught because they're dumbasses? Like that sort of thing. You know, the usual.
The usual.
The chart.
The Chart and Bert.
The Brad chart. I am doing my best not to have expectations because I often find that in D&D that is useless because it never goes the way you expect it to, as a DM or as a player. So, my plan is to react to things as they come. Right now, we've got several threads we can pull on and unravel, and I'm excited to pull on those and work those plans, and we'll get Max contact with his home world, and we'll get down in the river, and we'll put Grant in a straitjacket in a fucking rubber room so he can settle down. Whatever the other one was, I forget.
I'm gonna bite you.
Not if you have a gag in your mouth.
I'll bite you. I'll morph into a fucking big cat, get out of this damn straitjacket, and I'll bite you.
Again,
you're gonna get a Hannibal Lecter mask. Anyway, that I think is my answer. Is kind of all of it. I'm excited for the whole thing at once, and also nothing specifically. Is that a cop-out answer? Yes. But is it the truth also? Yes.
What's your answer, Austin?
I know what's coming.
Doesn't matter. I answer the question.
What's Cameron looking forward to?
What's lunch, dinner?
Lunch and a doobie?
I think I'm looking forward to seeing how you guys tackle the missions. Like, we do a lot of character stuff, and I have a lot of fun with it, but when we start to get into because, you know, some of these things might just be dungeons from Dungeons and Dragons implemented into this world, and it's going to be cool to see you guys do that as your characters.
Right. I'll be perfectly honest. I'm ready to morph into an orangutan and punch a fucking controller in the face. Like, I love all this character development and role-playing and, you know, whatever, but I also want to just punch a Hork-Bajir.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready to do that.
I want to bite someone else's head and crush their brain in my mouth until they die.
Yes!
Grant Prime hasn't really had combat too much since then.
He took a life. He jumped into the fray, got fucking the shit kicked out of him,
Yep.
and then he was like, "I'm good. I don't want to." They were like, "We're gonna go fight your double," and Savannah was like, "Hey, go with the idiots and get the thing." And Grant was like, "Peace."
Yeah, I am excited to see. I told Cory this too, in I guess the green room. I know that he's amped to get his claws into something because, like looking back, he's had the least amount of combat as his character.
It's true.
It's I know.
I got to do some fun stuff with my future character that then I just shoved a tentacled spear into my head. But oh man, you guys super almost killed him in that van. That was close. That was scary.
You've had the most out of morph combat of all of us. So I will say that.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Grant's the only one that got into combat.
Shot. He's been hit with a shovel. He's fucking attacked an alien.
Yeah.
That alien was being a dick. He deserved that punch.
All right,
Okay.
This is a good segue into this next question. Has your character changed any this episode? What caused that? If so,
Zach is tired. More tired than ever. What has caused that? Fighty boys.
Fighty boys.
More fighty boys. No, it's I should stop. I am playfully harassing Cory. This is not a sincere harassment.
Mine is sincere and it's brutal, and I hope it's cutting.
Wow.
Grant is volatile, but he's also not going to hit someone with a shovel. That's the other thing is like this is an out of character thing, but like it was very Max has no context for this. But the person who just died attacked Grant with something that could easily have been a deadly weapon, and then they meet this dude and he puts a knife to his throat. It's hard not to equate those in his head. Did my character change this episode? Yeah, he's fucking terrified. Woke up in a cold sweat being literally tortured. Like, Grant can take some pain, but fuck. That was rough. As far as the Max thing goes, changed? Nah, not really. Max finally met him on his level and fought back, and they had their blow up, and that humanized this alien to Grant a little bit. So, like, yeah, I guess, but really it's the fear of crack.
Alright, who's next?
Savannah.
I am nervous about this question because I have said a lot of things about this particular sort of question to Austin behind the scenes. And I'm not going to reveal much of that. But
the answer is yes.
I'm watching Austin's face for guidelines here. So Savannah is no, I don't want to say anything, Austin. I don't want to say anything. No, Savannah is getting to a point where Aximili was kind of a lot of things to her in her mind that were assumptions that she made or impressions that she had that turned out to be extremely incorrect, as they often do when you assume things beforehand and so on. And she is getting desperate, really, really desperate. And there was a lot of moments that I think from an outset seemed out of character for Savannah, with Aximili in particular. Things like handing over her phone without questioning it, and like just minor things like that. And that is because she is desperate. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody picked up on that. Probably not, because I'm just a fucking idiot and I don't know shit. So there you go.
I have a crow drawer.
Mm-hmm.
You have a crow drawer.
Never change that. If you change that, I'm quitting the show. If we get rid of the crow drawer, I fucking walk.
The Earth is destroyed, but floating in the void of space. A drawer.
The one drawer full of crow stuff.
But
you fucking Alderaan Earth. There still better be that goddamn crow drawer.
Crow sitting atop it. Alive still? Dun dun dun. What's Zach's answer? Nate's answer.
I already answered. Zach's tired.
Zach's tired. Oh yeah.
Zach's very tired. I mean, in part, it's Fighty Boys, but like the whole thing. I think that being critically exhausted, kind of snapped it for him. From, well, this is a thing that I can manage. I just have to. I just gotta compartmentalize. We'll do this and do this and do this. To just exhausted, not panic. That's not the right word. Just tired, like. Pushing
Anxiety?
back. Maybe, I don't know. There's a word I'm trying to think of. Sisyphean, just sort of effort,
Futility.
That's it. Tired futility. Perseverance. Tired perseverance. That's the word I want. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it with whatever. Fuck. It's just gonna be a lot of that.
Grant hasn't exactly been nice to him recently.
Well, frankly, I think a lot of it is also that his friend is not friend right now, and it doesn't make sense to him.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Savannah's being weird too. Savannah's always weird though, so that's fair.
Yeah.
Not bad weird. Not like unpleasant weird.
Whatever, Nate.
Whatever.
Whatever.
I'm dealing with a lot at a young age.
Thanks, Dad.
Going back on things that I'm
too much.
Going back on things I'm interested to explore as far as like things that are happening in this episode and the context of this question of how everyone's feeling. Grant is pretty sure Cameron is homeless. And that's upsetting.
Same.
Yeah, that is basically word for word what Cameron said. I stay downstairs sometime. I have no other home to go to. That is by definition.
Oh. Yeah. He said that it's kind of weird and like he avoided the issue, but yeah.
But didn't he do all that? Well, he did straight up avoid it with you all, yeah. But he had like a little conversation with Max about it, and they're a little off.
Yeah. He was shady enough to us that it was like, oh, Cameron doesn't have a home, but he refused to say it outright.
He embarrassed.
Yeah. Maybe. I got another question.
Okay.
This one is just like me being philosophical or something and just like giving you guys an open-ended thing that you can just answer. What's next for your character? So you can like be like literally in general, I wake up and put my shoes on after having this dream and go take a shower, or like emotionally what's next, or like however you want to answer that question.
Yeah.
I mean, based on your past actions, probably death.
Oh shit.
He's probably gonna die again. I don't know. No, I a lot of fear and anger, I think, that he's gonna have to figure out how to balance, because he's already having a little bit of self-hatred for some of his feelings about Reese, a lot of anger at the whole situation and at Max, and an eldritch horror who has marked him. So just a lot of negative emotions that he is not super well equipped to deal with in a healthy way, I think.
Alex?
I don't want to say a lot.
Yeah.
You don't have to. Saves money.
What are these cards you're holding so close to the chest? I can't wait to find out what deep, dark fucking secrets.
You're not gonna, because it's not like anything deep, dark secrets. It's not like anything major for her. It's just
she's a Ketran.
No.
She's half Andalite.
It's just that there's like a lot that like I could talk about that just seems like absolutely like weirdly narcissistic discussion about this character that's like internal of what's going on in her head, because there's so much of that I go through just to, because I don't know, psychosis, to like do like the 10% that comes out. There's like 90% more that like never comes out. So like there's a lot that like I could say about it, but like without over explaining everything that's happening, and then people being like, well, that's not actually like how I interpret it, blah blah blah. Anyways, going back to work, Savannah's gonna keep going to the gardens. There's I had a lot more ideas about the next plan around the zoo, next trip around the zoo that I'm gonna take. That Austin loves, my grocery shopping trips around the gardens. And I have some exciting plans for that. Can't wait. Guess what? Guess what I'm gonna do next time, Austin? You want me to just tell you straight up right now?
That's up to you. If you want to try to surprise me, you can do it.
I don't want to try to surprise you. I'll tell you.
All right. Go ahead.
First things first. I mean, there's more to come after this, but first things first. You know what they have at petting zoos?
Yeah.
Flies.
Oh, they do. They do have flies at petting zoos, not on purpose.
No.
Did it.
And I would like one, please.
You know what Grant wants to try to do after seeing this dude do it? Wants to try to flawless maneuver some dogs.
Never. I wonder, can he teach us how to do it?
I wonder.
Won't.
Oh, we'll have to ask.
Yeah, he won't.
I'll tell you, he's the last
fucking
on
dick.
his list.
Yeah.
He straight up said he wouldn't give us any information about Andalites or Andalite technology or weaponry any further. So he is not going to teach us how to do a flawless maneuver. We know it's possible.
Not yet.
Piece of shit.
What if a flawless maneuver is not Andalite technology? And he's like, oh, yeah, sure.
I told him I wouldn't punch him again. I never said anything about a gun.
Oh,
Fucker.
shit.
Pop him in the leg.
Alright, well, he has 2 hearts.
Settle down, edgelord.
Not being an edgelord, being a gun lord. I'm gonna fuck him up.
Hey, guess what? That's all my questions. Do any of you all have any?
Why is Max such an asshole?
I think that's on perspective. Alright, listen, I guess we can do the sign-offs. My name, I know we were going to record them, but guess what? That's like our Name the Horse Girls episode. We're going to record these next time. But
we never talked about that for this, did we? I think that was for a different project, my dude.
This too, I'm pretty sure we have. I don't know.
I don't think we ever talked about that.
We moved them from the beginning to the end. I said forget
it this time. There's a really important detail that we need to cover before we get into the technicalities. Do you think that every Horse Girls is the same ending every sign-off?
No.
He was talking about this is our naming the podcast.
Yeah.
We're going to say we're going to keep doing it.
It's the bit, yeah.
It's the bit.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
I got you. I thought you were trying to say like we're doing a sign-off where we say the same thing every time. I'm like, do you think I'm the same thing every time? Because it's wildly different.
Different threats for the two L's all the time. I know.
Hey, what's Horse
but
Girls?
the threats for the 2. Right?
You put 2 L's.
Then you get your fucking shit pushed back. I know.
You come to Dungeons and Dragon Beams and you put 2 L's in that fucking title.
They don't go there.
Don't put any L's.
Don't put any L's.
There are no L's here.
Do you know what you can put? That little @ symbol, DNDBPOD, and that's where you can follow me. It's Cameron. What about you, Nate?
Oh shit! I am called the Splintersmith on the entire internet.
Yeah.
Anywhere you want to be, type Splintersmith, and I might show up.
Yeah.
That didn't rhyme like I thought it would. Primarily, I'm on Twitter at SplintersmithNC, and on Twitch at twitch.tv/SplinterSmith. And I'm also in our Discord. Get the fuck in there.
After every time I thought he was like, I'm gonna rhyme on this one, and he didn't.
Nope. That was off the dome, baby.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Cory.
I am at Rum Renegade on Twitter. I'm never on there, but if you wish to scream into the void, sometimes the void will scream back. If you really want to talk to me, just join our Discord, because I'm in there a lot.
And Alex.
All right, kids, gather around.
Oh shit!
God.
Let me tell you a little bit about some fucking podcasts. First, which not just drinking memes. That's this one that you're listening to right now. Do you like Animorphs? Fucking great, you're here. But also, you could go to Animorphs Anonymous. That's another place that there's Animorphs. It's right there, right in the fucking name. Animorphs Anonymous. Do you like Animorphs people? People that like Animorphs but don't talk about it all the time, but then sometimes do? Check out Horse Girls. It's fucking great. Do you want people who know nothing about Animorphs or anything at all? That's Cadmus Crisis. And you know what the common thread between those things are? It's that I am on all of them. Ooh, spooky. And also...
It's so spooky how overworked he is.
I'm terrified every day.
He's terrifyingly inundated with projects.
That's right. That's why I'm wearing cool sunglasses here, because I didn't take them off before coming inside, because someone didn't pay attention to what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, that's
I like
where
this character you've developed.
It's kind of halfway
this narrator
to
character.
Man. Oh my God. Here's how I fucked up today. If you want to find out my daily fuck up, you can go to @AlexAndBirds on Twitter. That is how to find me. This is going transatlantic man. It is skewing so close to transatlantic man. Do you like more of this transatlantic man voice? Well, you could check out sometimes the Patreon on the Botch podcast. I've been there too. No one can stop me.
What the
That's
fuck
right,
is
Marla.
Horse Girl?
What?
I said, what the fuck is Horse Girls? I'm just being a shit.
Horse Girls, the podcast about horses and girls. We go on an adventure through the trails of nostalgia and the rings of friendship as we talk to the ultimate horse girl, Tim, about the book's Heartland. We're about to do Saddle Club.
Yeah.
Can I posit a great truth that I think that I stumbled upon the other day?
I don't think we need to pause anything for that. Just tell us.
Play.
The
Play on, play it.
shit. The male equivalent in middle school of Horse Girls was Wolf Boys.
Oh.
Is that fair? Do we think that's true?
I don't think boys rode wolves.
Not riding them, just being obsessed with them.
What about the boys that wore like the button-up shirts that were like flames, like Guy
Fieri.
Those are Burger Boys.
Yeah, Burger Boys.
We love them.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough.
Burger Boys. Fuck anybody who hates Burger Boys. We're out of here.
Yeah.
We're fucking
Fuck
out
anybody who talks shit about Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
doing great.
for real. Fuck anyone who talks shit about Guy Fieri.
What did he do?
I'm pretty sure
I'm being personally attacked now because
Yeah,
I
was
have
gonna say.
specifically talked shit about Guy Fieri.
Yeah,
too.
fuck you, Cory.
I don't
Alright.
know a lot about him, but I know I have talked shit about him too.
Yeah.
Because you know
I
that's
used to. It was a
social
meme for a
norms.
while.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
whole vibe yucks me out, but he seems like a
He
good
yucks your
dude.
yum.
No. Well, no.
Well,
I yuck his yum.
He yums my yums, so I'm great.
yummy.
Oh,
Terrible news. Now Guy Fieri just texted me he won't be on the podcast anymore.
Oh,
god damn it.
Well, now you
What
know
if I'm not
Fuck
there
Guy
when he
Fieri if
shows
you don't
up?
want to be on our podcast.
We can replace Cory with Guy Fieri.
We
That's
can
the
replace Guy Fieri with my.
Oh, okay,
That's
no,
what I'm
hold
saying.
up. Hold up.
Austin.
He's
Austin.
pissing me off. He doesn't want to be on our podcast.
Well, that's
Son
true.
of a bitch.
I do need just a short clip of Guy Fieri playing Grant, please.
We could probably splice it together. It's just Grant going, donkey sauce!
Is there a clip of Guy Fieri eating shit on a skateboard anyway?
Probably.
What about those message things? You can pay them like $100 and they'll read off something.
Cameo?
Yeah. what
Does
if he's
Guy
on
Fieri
one of
have
those?
Cameo?
We'll get him to say.
Googling it right now.
Oh my
Shut-
god, if Guy...
We'll get him to say, and now a little bit more.
That'd be funny.
And then we'll get you to send him one that says, "I'm taking your ass to Flavor Town" or something.
And now we're going to Flavortown.
All right.